Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time, welcome on in. My name is Anu, and I am your Psychic Tarot host. Today's topic is, where are you unlocking your power? It's your time to rise. It's your time to shine. So we're going to take a look at what area that may be in your life, and I wanted to do everything on camera today, including the card selection for the piles. But of course, you'll see it in the stamp, or the, what is it called? The image on YouTube when I post it anyway. So let's get started. Spirit, for the collective, what are the three cards that want to come out today? Where are we unlocking our power? Where is our time to shine? Okay, we got pile one. I'll take the face-up cards. And this is why this is usually done off camera. Let's get two more. That's for pile one, Serendipity, merge with the flow. Let's get one for pile two, Spirit. We've got this one here. And we also got our pile three. Okay, so let's take a look at those cards. Pile one, we have the card number 30, Serendipity. Merge with the flow. Okay, for pile two, we have Ubuntu or Ubuntu, compassion for others. Okay, and then for pile three, we have Epiphany, number 6, reveal your gifts. Okay, all right, so those are the three main cards or main piles for today. Go ahead and pick the one you like the most, and I will see you at your selection. Hi, pile one, welcome to your reading. Thank you for being here. It's so good to have you here. Thank you for lending your energy to this tribe. So you chose the first oracle card, and these are, these have these keys on them. This is, hold on. This is the Magic of You Oracle, and I just looked at it and I knew it had to be Serendipitous topic, which is about where are you unlocking your power, okay? Or where it's your time to shine and rise. So first of all, numerologically speaking, this is 30, reduces to a 3, which is all about creation, co-creation. It's a very, very creative time for you. And this says merge with the flow. And it's interesting because creativity has to flow, right? We can't plan creativity. Yes, you can plan a time for it, or you can schedule it. Well, this is when I'm gonna do something. Like, for example, for me, usually I know a couple days before at what time I would be able to record, or I put that in my mental calendar. Okay, this is the time I need to record, but I leave it open in terms of what topic wants to come through. And literally, as I've been looking at all the decks I have, this one spoke to me, and especially with the color scheme, it gives me a very Plutonian vibe. So a lot of messages swirling in my head, but this one is what's talking about going with the flow. So where you're unlocking your power is actually you're at a stage in your life where you've become much more comfortable with the unknown, the uncertainty. What's the exact next step? Or even if you know the next step, you don't worry about the next 10 steps. And that's a very powerful place to be, because what it does, it opens the gateways for the universe to deliver something. For example, you may hear like, oh, great things are going to happen. Now, when we get down to the point of like, exactly tell me what those great things are. Oh, is it the job? Is it the career? Is it the neighbor? Is it the blah? We kind of start restricting the universe. So with this coming out, your greatest power is actually going with the flow. You have graduated to a level where you're blending, you're understanding energy. And if you're not yet, start doing it. Start emulating and projecting that energy out, because you are co-creating with number 3 with spirit at this time, okay? All right, so let's get your, and of course, like spending some time in nature. She's like out in nature, surrounded by plants. It's so beautiful. It almost looks like a tropical, you know, like maybe she's like, I don't know, in like a cold dip or a pond surrounded by plants. This is so beautiful. Okay, so we'll put this here, and now let's first get your oracle cards out for pile 1, Spirit. Help me tap in further into their energy. Where are they unlocking their power? Okay, look at that. I'm gonna take the first one that shows up. Okay, so let's just do that. This one wanted to come face up. Okay, intuition, cycles. I love this. Let's get all the cards out first. I wanted to keep them face down, but the moon wanted to show. Maybe a time marker for you. There is literally the day I'm recording this. The next day is a full moon. So full moon in Virgo on March 7th could be an important turning point for you. And then you can add like a couple weeks from that date. Okay, so a couple weeks within the March 7th time frame. Interesting. Okay, let's see what else for pile 1 spirit. Where are they unlocking their power? Where is it their time to rise? Okay, this one. This is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle card. I'm just mentioning because people ask me and then I forget to put that in my description. So this is the Angels and Ancestors. This, of course, is the Yin Yang Oracle. We're going to take maybe 1 or 2 from the astrology deck. I don't know what this is called. Pile 1 spirit. Okay. Mars showing up. Look at that. Big energy. And then I'm going to get 1 from my Lenormand. Under the Roses Lenormand. Okay. I'm pretty bad, as you can tell, with names, but because they all get jumbled in my head. I have so many decks. Like, I don't know, 50 decks or something. Okay, let's get 1 for pile 1. Oh, 2. Okay. So we're going to take 2. So let's just open them all. So first we have the moon. Take note of intuitive messages. Okay. And full moon in particular. This was the second one. What? Stop. I love it. I called it. Thank you, Spirit. Pluto, transformation. I did say that the whole color scheme gives me a very Plutonian vibe, and you have the Pluto card coming out. Oh my God, talk about power. We're gonna spend a lot of time on this card for you. Talk about power and firepower, okay? You have Mars showing up. Fantastic. I am just loving this. I am loving this. We have the bear and we have the tree. Fantastic. So let me explain these cards to you and then we're gonna get into tarot. So first of all, of course, going with the flow is going to be your biggest power at this time, because the more you trust your intuition and how things are kind of presenting themselves to you, the more you're going to be able to just charge forward in life. Now, with the, I'll come to these two in a little bit, but with the bear and the tree, the bear is showing a power of strength. Bear represents strength. It represents a strong career. In particular, it also represents very strong, without like associating gender to it, a motherhood, a strong mother, okay? Because it's like the bear is holding a fish, and that talks about prosperity, literally material abundance. But the bear is standing strong in this stream of water, fetching resources for the family. Also, the standing is a big energetic indication of like you're standing strong. Okay, so it can be multiple things. It can be providing for the family, but definitely it talks about career. And with these two showing up, the tree is wisdom, the wealth of knowledge we've built over time, and then like being able to weather a lot of storms, because this tree has very wide and deep rooted roots, because of which it's able to withstand the storms, let's say metaphorically speaking, right? So you are on very steady ground, first of all, and you need to stand in your power. You have Pluto, you have Mars, and then you have the moon. So this is a bit of a fire energy and a lot of water energy that's showing up in here. It's interesting because bear is an earth element, but it's standing in water, and it's able to stand really strong. So it's almost like a King of Cups energy that I'm getting from this bear. Okay, so where you're unlocking is your power is being able to provide for yourself, for your family, to stand your ground, to build your stature, to grow in life in whatever area it is, but also having like going more with the feel and then taking action on it. So the moon talks about, as it says, take note of intuitive messages. on where your gut is telling you to go, or what are you feeling within yourself? What is your energetic body telling you? And then Mars is taking action in that direction. Currently, this is, guys, I'm struggling for words because both these planets are changing signs. March is a big month anyway when I'm recording this. No matter when you see this, just know both Pluto and Mars are going to play important role in your life. Pluto is switching out of Capricorn and going into Aquarius on March 23rd. This is happening after a 14 or a 15-year period, so big change. Mars has been in Gemini for 7 months, which is unheard of. Mars usually spends 6 or 7 weeks in a sign. So it's been a very, very long, drawn out period for Mars. So Mars is happy to get out of Gemini and is getting into Cancer on the hold on one second. Pluto is 23rd. This may be 21st or something around that, within the last week, let's say last week of March. It is going into Cancer, which is a water sign, so fire meeting water. It's not very thrilled to be there, but it's still better than being in Gemini, okay? So, where you're standing in your power is this big area. Pluto translates to our inner power. It's the Scorpionic house, okay? The 8th house, that's what it represents. So this is going to take you to the depths of your ego, your shadow, your fears, all that we kind of desires that we hold below. And when Pluto, how it does is like it keeps on pushing us into the shadow, but the reason so we can deal with it and then we can rise. So Pluto leads to the biggest transformations. Okay, some of you may have Pluto on the ascendant, which means this is like, you know, that's why I said you've come to a place where you're now okay going with the flow because things keep changing and it's kind of molded you in a very adaptable way. But you're coming out into your power. Pluto also represents wealth. Literal like monetary wealth as well, because as we work on these shadow aspects, we're able to clear our energy and charge forward what we're called to do. So big abundance coming your way, a lot of things falling into place, a lot of stability and wealth and knowledge that is coming into your life. Okay. All right. Wow. So trust the intuitive messages that you get at this time, and don't over plan things. Just go with the flow. Just know what you stand for and what you would not tolerate. And then within that, just be open to receiving beautiful things in life. Okay. That's what this is about. So this is the Dream Keepers Tarot. Let's see. Let's get into Tarot. Spirit. Whoa. Look at the first card that blew out. The Creatrix. This is the Magician in this energy. And do you see? Oh, wow. Number 3 is very important for you. There are like 3 images here that are barely visible, like the 2 on the side, kind of reflecting off of the Magician. So you have the Magician. So definitely starting a new journey or embracing your power. I feel like you're finally coming into this place of like, I've had it. I want things my way and I'm going to go for it. And the reason is because I'm being called to. That's what I feel it in deep within me. And that's how you're thinking through it, okay? So let's get a couple more for pile 1, Spirit. Look at those cards. My gosh, the energy is so big. Cups, 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 cups. Okay, let's sort these out. So I think this one came out. So we have the Magician. You have the 4 of Swords. We have the 2 of Swords. We have the 7 of Wands. Got quite a few cards come out. And then we have, I was going to say, I felt a lot of water. Look at that. You have, even in this Magician card, which is actually fire, it's ruled by Mars, Aries energy coming up over here. There's like all these watery images, okay? They're bubbles. So water. Your intuition is through the roof. Let's just make room. Okay, so let's see. And we have the 6 of Cups. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups, and we also have the Page of Cups. Sorry, Page and the Ace. Ooh, okay, that's quite a bit of cards. There you go. Just want them all visible to you. Okay, so where are you unlocking your powers? So, I mean, if you look at the middle of this, it almost feels like that's where you felt like you've been a little crunched. It's interesting how the energy, the cards are also getting scrunched on the screen or on the table here at this moment. But this is where you may have been. These two cards over here, which is Two of Swords and Seven of Wands, where we kind of feel a little bit cornered with this one, right? We're trying to hold our ground, and with this person standing on, you know, the sofa here, even the wands are not touching them, but they're kind of like trying to get to higher ground, right? Trying to get away from all the drama, but still being in a place where they don't know what's the way forward, right? So a lot of times, we are unable to see, as I said in the beginning, the next 10 steps. We may know the next one step, but we're unable to like cast the whole path, like where are we headed? And that's where you may have been. That's where you may have felt blocked. That's where, of course, Two of Swords is also talking about blockage. So it may have felt, especially if you take it to, and this could be in any area. I'm going to go back to the career sector because the bear primarily represents career, and then abundance, and then, of course, the motherhood that I talked about. But it may have been where you felt powerless in your career, where no matter what you did, you couldn't really see a path forward. There was some blockage, one or another, that happened, okay? Now, what's happening is you're being called to shift into, as we said, serendipity, called to go with the flow and surrender a little bit. Just know what is fair, what will you accept, and what will you absolutely not accept. That's very important, and draw your power from there. So for the time being, with this showing up, it's like, okay, you have to, you know, sometimes experiences are there to teach us, and they're pretty, I mean, they suck pretty hard in the moment because we are trying to understand the why. And we often use the terms, why does this keep happening to me? So first of all, it's not happening to you, it is happening for you. And I know those are annoying things to say, or phrases to say, but trust me, that's what happens, and we don't see it in the moment. So you're being called to like, just rest, let these things go, because they're out of your control. You can't change people, you can't change the circumstance. What you can change is how much power you give to it. Pluto is playing a big role here, and this whole reading is about power. So don't give your personal power away. What does that mean in a toxic work environment? Well, that means, you know, if there was like a lot of criticism, a lot of, you know, blame game happening at work, how you can play in your power is let that come and just repel off of you, and not let that sink into your energy, and not accept it in your own image of yourself, okay? So you say, yep, that's not a reflection of you, that's a reflection of them. Be at work, and when you're at home, close that off. Don't let it seep into your confidence. That's how you take your power back, and actually say, like, I'm gonna sit back and relax, and I'm gonna keep doing what I do best. I'm gonna give in my best and let the rest just fly, okay? That's how you recharge your energy, okay? And then go back to your inner child, and going back to creativity, and find some creative avenues, okay? Because you are the magician, okay? You're at the precipice of creating something. Literally, it's called creatrix. And we had creativity come up right here. So there, you are creating something new. And this could be like preparing for a new career. Again, you can take this to a relationship. You can take this to, you know, home and family, anything, any area. But that's what we're seeing is like, okay, we gotta draw the line of where we're gonna let something affect us and where we're gonna stand in our power. As you do that, you are going to actually find a lot more. Again, this is also peace. The Four of Swords is peace. You're going to find a lot more peace, inner peace. You're going to draw the right people towards you. You're going to start feeling much lighter and much more excited. And Page of Cups is just like having that, wow, surprising feeling of how things start falling into place. And boom, there's that new opportunity. And these, again, Page of Cups is like, so here the page itself is the fish in the cup. There's a lot of fish analogy and water analogy for you. So we may have some Pisces here as well. But fish does represent money, okay, in Asian mythology. So it's especially the koi fish. It really talks about prosperity. And I'm getting that quite a bit for you. So wealth. There is an increase in wealth. You are unlocking your personal wealth as you're allowing your intuition and your inner joy to take the front seat, to take the wheel, is what I'm hearing, okay? And then you'll see there'll be new opportunities. Something that you really love is gonna arrive. It could also be someone, right? Because this is like, could be coming into a romantic connection that feels like your best friend, and then they are, you know, definitely offering their heart to you, something like that. So take it to the axis that it applies, but this is all happening. You're unlocking this because you're standing in your power and you're drawing the line. It's like, done that, been there, done that. I'm not going to tolerate that anymore. I want to create my life the way I like it. And that's how you start putting things into motion. All right, so let's do this. Is there any specific advice for my pile 1 spirit? Ooh. Okay, we got 4 cards already. That was fast. This deck is like speaking very fast for you. So look at the advice cards. We have Justice, Major Arcana. Okay, let's put it somewhere you can see. We have Justice. We have the 10 of Swords. This is the end of the journey of this dark, heavy energy. We have the Page of Swords. Look, listening for news. She's trying to listen for the news that's coming through. And then we have the 9 of Cups. So, and this is coming in advice, right? So what are we called to do? What is Spirit telling us to do at this point? The Spirit is asking us, like, you know, just have faith. First of all, have faith. Nothing happens without faith, right? We all know that. And with the Justice card showing up, things are gonna fall into place. The important thing here is to think about you and not others. To give this justice energy, and it's like, all right, because, you know, we come into this lifetime with past lives or karmic debt, we are ancestral debt, you name it, right? All sorts of things. And then we do things in this lifetime, and that creates more karma as well. So regardless of that, there's a lot that goes on within like a certain phase of our life that we don't get to see. But with this coming out, it's like, trust the process, that you are gonna get what you deserve and then some, okay? You're gonna get this happiness that you want. You're gonna get to create whatever you want. It happened in due time, and it's coming very close because we do have the 10 of Swords, okay? So rest assured, this heavy cycle is ending. You need to tap into your intuition, go with the flow, focus more on emotional contentment is what I'm hearing, because that's when you start hearing the messages from Spirit. You start hearing of these news, these messages coming in. And again, it leads to a lot of happiness, but it's almost backwards, okay? What if you could turn around? Oh my goodness, there's a big keyhole in her. What if you could unlock your own happiness, and then everything could fall into place, right? So almost it's backwards. So start with the happiness. Start with your cup overflowing for yourself. And when you do that, that's when you start hearing the good things, and you see like, okay, finally the heaviness goes away and there's justice. So it's almost backwards how we try to solve our life, but how actually it's meant to be. And this is all about like manifestation. We don't create or we don't attract something. We become that, and then the universe matches it. So I said, you're at a very powerful stage. You are like getting to the next level of, I don't want evolution. No, but the next phase of your life, the next chapter of your life, and you're starting by actually believing you're already in it, and then the universe has no other option but to match your energy, okay? Ooh, I love this. All right, so let's get you some messages from my Oracle Archangel Master deck. This is a combination of 3 decks that I really like to use. So for pile 1, Spirit, what is the message? We're gonna get maybe 2 or 3 cards, please. Look at that, Victory. Ooh. Okay, that's too many. Let's just random. Okay, these 2 wanted to come. Okay, because they did not leave my hand at all. All right, so the first one out, we have Victory, Archangel Sandalphon. Your prayers have been heard and answers. Have faith. That was beautiful. I love it when the messages repeat themselves. Sorry, guys, you got too many cards, so your cards are just like moving all over, but that's your energy. This is what you needed to hear. Then we have 2 Archangel Michael cards. Your home is protected by angels. And then we have innocence. Okay, so let's read this one first. These all have a little prayer. Archangel Michael, thank you for watching over my home and its inhabitants. I ask that you post guardian angels at each window and door, ensuring its security. Thank you for guiding my finances so that I can easily afford to pay my rent, mortgage, or taxes. There's that fish prosperity energy again showing up. So home, family, prosperity, finances, everything kind of falling into place. And then we have innocence. How beautiful. And this says, Dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see that all of your qualities of pure love and light are reflected within me and all others. Help me embrace my God-given innocence so that I may be at peace. Okay, now just want to get a couple messages from the Whispering Woods. Where is my pile 1 unlocking their power? What's the final message for them? Okay, we got 3. Oh, actually we got 4. Okay, well then. So first one, we have caution. Tread softly so as not to disturb the woodland floor. Woodland floor. So I think this is more about like, because we have Mars, I feel like don't do something, super rash or super abruptive. Why am I losing my words? See, that's what's happening. Like I'm literally losing my words because I'm trying to like rush through it. So don't rush through it is what this is telling us. Don't ruffle feathers. Going back to that work situation for some of you in the justice, like don't match people's negative energy too. I think that's coming through very clearly. So if there are toxic people around you who are just trying to poke at you, you don't need to poke back, because your own energy, preserving your peace of mind and your own inner happiness is the biggest priority for you, okay? Wow, look at this. Let go. Enjoy the pulsing light of the firefly, but don't hold on too tight. This is again about serendipity and just like going with the flow. We have music. We're talking about flow. There is a melody to be heard in the deepest parts of the woods, if only we listen. Oh my goodness. This is exactly the energy of this card. You see how she's trying to listen? So again, go into inner happiness, and that's where you start listening to the sweet music that surrounds you. And last but not least, we have humility. Flowers are unaware of each other's beauty. They bloom regardless. Oh my God, this is such a beautiful quote. It's also a reminder for me. Often I remind myself of something similar because, especially for you, some of you, like career has been an issue where, we often try to compare ourselves to others. And this is a very beautiful analogy from nature. It's like, if you look at a organic garden, all sorts of flowers bloom. They bloom at their own time. Each and every one is beautiful. And even within the same plant type, so if it's like a rose bush, every single rose has its own cycle. It kind of goes from budding stage to a full-fledged, full-blown flower at different times, but never does one rose look at the other rose and say, well, I'm behind, I gotta catch up. Okay, so something like that. So having the humility around that is gonna take you through the toughest days, I promise you. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Pile 1. If you like the reading, give it a big thumbs up, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you know when the next reading comes out. And also, I'd appreciate that as an energy exchange for me. So thank you so much. Wish you much love and light. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. It's so nice to have you here. Thank you for lending your energy to this tribe. Just cleansing the space, and we'll get right into it to see where you're unlocking your power. Again, this is from the deck, which is called Magic of You Oracle, and it was just all inspired by this key or the many keys, and this is again your inner power. So you are unlocking compassion. You chose the second oracle card, Ubuntu. Compassion for others. The numerology is 34, which reduces to a 7. So 7 is a spiritual alignment, okay? So you're almost like, I want to say for this pile, your purpose is leading by compassion and showcasing compassion to the world. And now you don't have to go on a platform and give speeches about it or anything like that, but you, by being a compassionate person, By giving that energy out, you automatically lift the vibration of Earth, okay? No, it's not a joke. So keep doing what you're doing. But this really, I had to look up this word, Ubuntu, and it has a South African association or heritage, let's call it heritage, where it really inspires us to like forget vengeance, forget blame, forget like victimization, all of that, and just like approach everything with a lot of compassion. And for me, it's also ourselves, okay? Often we are our biggest critic, and we have to learn to show our self-compassion. Honestly, if you ever catch yourself like criticizing yourself and the things you say to yourself in your mind, I challenge you, you would never say those things to anybody else. So we're very good about being compassionate towards others, but sometimes we're not that kind to ourselves. So this is also a quick reminder from Spirit, because I'm channeling at this point. It's like, be kind to yourself, be compassionate. You are an amazing person, and you've done so much and given so much to everybody. It's time to give to yourself. So my friends, where are you unlocking your power? Actually, by honoring your own energy, and this is going to in turn lead to like raise your vibration further and attract a lot of good things in your life, okay? And 7, as I said, this is a spiritual journey. You're finally aligning with your soul purpose. This is deeper than like one specific area of your life, but this is like a complete shift in your life, okay? I mean, wow, this is really big. So be compassionate to yourself. And it's almost like being one with nature. You know how nature is so kind and so, I would say, tolerant of us human beings. But this is about like for you to give yourself that space. And also with that, what I really got like a very loud message of like, don't be afraid to take up space. Okay, be loud. And that could mean different things for different people. It could be loud with the type of outfits you want to wear, how you want to wear your hair, how you want to talk, type of car you want to drive, where you want to live. Like, it all means about like stop shrinking yourself to fit your environment, rather start taking space. Because if you look at the leaves are not like, they don't care who's there. They're just going to grow. The plants are going to grow how they want to grow. So it's almost like, and I feel like there've been tears in the past, and you're being caressed by Gaia, by Spirit right now. It's like those tears are not worthless, but it's time to shine, okay? It's time to really take charge and take up space is what I'm hearing. So expansion. I love it. Okay, pile 2. Let's get your oracle cards out first. It's all live shuffle on camera or live draw on camera. So let's see for pile 2, Spirit. Where are they rising in their power? Where are they unlocking their power? Where is it time to shine? Okay, get the first one out. Sweet. This is the Angels and Ancestors deck. I just mentioned the deck because people ask me and I forget. So in case you want to get them for yourself, you can search up online. So this is from Yin Yang Oracle. I'm going to quickly turn that over. I did not get to read it. I like to keep them like all revealed at the same time. But let's see. And we'll take something from the Oracle, astrology deck. I don't know what this one is called. I think it's called the Arcana of Astrology. Well, 2 want to come out. Yeah, Arcana of Astrology. And then from Under the Roses, Lenormand. Wow, lady coming out. Is there another one? I feel there's another one. Wow, yes, there is. I saw the Ring. Where is it? Well, 3 came out for you. Okay. Yeah, I could feel more. All right, so let's see what we have, and we'll arrange them nicely. First one out, you have Drum. Dream and journey. As we said, this is a spiritual journey, okay? You're starting a new journey almost, and with the drum is like, you know how we're like beating our own drum. Take up space. Listen to the music you like. I was going to say loud. Listen to it loudly. Sing along. Whatever that is. This is like marching to the beat of your own drum. It is time. And it's like you almost are at a stage where like, it's a similar theme, but on a different topic, that I'm done with all that. You know, I can't keep bending over backwards for others. I need to live my life the way I want to live it, okay? And that's what's showing up for you. You are empowered to live your full expression. We have separation and longing, and it feels like, again, this may have been a journey where you felt you've been, how do I say this, off kilter, okay, where you haven't felt aligned. And that's why the number 7 is very important for this group. 7 talks about, what am I being called to? What is my heart telling me? How do I line up for that? So there's been a sense of longing of like not being able to, as I said, take up space or be your authentic self, or you had to like blend in with the people around you, the environment that you're in, be it work, be it relationships, be it literally like the neighborhood, that you've never felt like you fit in. So there's been a sense of like longing. It's like, okay, when am I going to get to my way of living? When am I going to get to be how like I want to be? What is my self-expression? Okay, so there's been quite a bit of that, and that's what you're unlocking now. You're coming out of that feeling and you're beating your own drum. I love it. A lot of music analogies here. We have what? I said 7. You have the 7th house. This is relationships. This is, so just so you know, this is the 1st house, and you see where 7th house is, it's the opposite. So there is a little bit of a, interesting coming with separation. Some of you may be thinking about separating or have just come out of separation. And if that is something you're going through, you're on the right path. I want to tell you that. But this is about others. So again, the macroeconomic or the external environment is what has been affecting you so far, and you're unlocking that. You're taking charge, but you're also maybe like really innovating your partnerships, because the 7th house is our one-to-one relationships, okay, one-to-one partnerships. It can be business partnerships. It can be our personal like soulmate relationships. It can be clients, any of those things, okay? Because this is also 8th house is second to the 7th. So this could be money from your own business, something like that. Okay, let's see. And then we have Taurus. Okay, Taurus rules the 2nd house and the 7th house, actually. Wow. For some of you, this is a relationship change that's coming through. And you're coming into your power. Now I understand why we have the lady, the ring, and the mountain. Like, well, it came out this way. The mountain and the ring, okay? Perhaps this is a situation where you have been committed to something monumental, in the sense very challenging for a very long time, and you're finally appreciating yourself. So this reading is turning into a very specific reading. If this is not resonating so far, I would say pick another pile, because this is, again, rising to your true power. This is about, I value myself, and I'm going to be very discreet and choosy and picky about who or where I'm going to commit my energy to. I no longer feel the need to constantly keep climbing those mountains, okay? And why I'm saying that is because it's also a relationship with self, okay? I want to call that out. But it's also very clear that the people around you, the environment around you, and this could be, as I said, a business partnership as well, have not been conducive to your growth, okay? We have Taurus and 7th house. Taurus rules the 7th house, as I said. Taurus also rules the 2nd house. So it's money and people that have been not in alignment with who you are. And you're finally discovering that. You've realized that's why, because you've been giving so much of your energy to the people, to the expectations, to the responsibilities, that you somehow, somewhere lost the sense of who you are, and you have had that longing of like, when is it my time to shine? Well, now it's your time to shine, okay? The more you believe in yourself, the more you do things that you want to do, the more you stand in your power, the more seamlessly 2 things, actually literally minimum 2 things are going to start happening. A, money is going to start flowing in, and B, the right people are going to cross your path, okay? So you're inviting new connections, you're inviting more economic freedom to yourself, and also more, I feel like there's a bigger status that's coming to you, and that's coming because you see, like, there's a single lady here, there's a single lady here. And then there's a ring beyond the mountain. So committing to yourself is going to attract a lot of beautiful things to you, things and people. Excuse me. Taurus represents all things beautiful, luxury, money, and loving connections. It can also talk about, like, sometimes, you know, when it goes in shadow, it's like a little wasteful. But with these combinations, honestly, where you're unlocking your power is your confidence and value and worth, and inviting in only worthy people into your life. Okay, so really standing in your power. I love this. This is a complete transformation. There's another 7, 2, 5, 7, 3, 4, 7, 7th house. We have an 11 over here, and then we have a 3 over here. So a lot of number synchronicities also happening for you. So let's look at tarot. This is the Dream Keeper's Tarot. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, single woman, single woman, single woman. And it's not about singleness. This is all about confidence. This is about valuing yourself. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, okay? But this is like enjoying our garden, the hard work that we've put into this garden that we call life. You may have been like, you know, nose to the grindstone, working really, really hard. Now it's time to enjoy some of the fruits that your garden is bearing up for you, okay? Flowers, fruits, whatever it is. It's time to enjoy. You're also looking very good. So some of you, if you think, you know, like small of yourself, don't. This is time to take up space. This is time to be who you are. Okay, let's get more for pile 2 Spirit. Where are they unlocking their power? So maybe let's get maybe one more. Got 3, maybe 1 or 2 more. Where is pile 2 unlocking their power? Where is it their time to shine, their time to rise? Okay, wow, the last card out, Emperor. Love it. And like bottom deck energy, we have the 2 of Cups, and this is all about self-worth. It's all about you, okay? It's starting with you. Let me get these cards out. We have, wow, the sun. Oh my God, look at you shining bright. I love it. We have the 3 of Swords. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is what you're coming out of, my loves. This has been a journey. We have the Empress. Woo! Talk about divine feminine. Oh my goodness, you have the Empress and the Emperor. Sorry, I'm like all oohs and ahs. I sometimes get carried away, but this is so beautiful to see this. So here you are, you know, this is what you're coming out of. This is where you're claiming your power. First of all, we have 6 cards here, and half of them are major arcana. You have the Emperor, the Empress, and you have the Sun. The Sun is the happiest, the brightest card in any deck, be it Oracle, be it Tarot. It is the best card to get. And you're coming out of this journey, and this is like, again, you're coming out of this heartbreak. This heartbreak and the separation, whether it's literal or whether it's energetic and metaphorical and how we felt, this is what is ending now. Because this kind of happens, you know, when we've been through a difficult situation, we've been through disappointments, and we felt like there hasn't really been anybody to hold our hand. Well, guess what? That's because you are the strong, independent person. You are the Empress. You are the Emperor. You are so powerful that you do not need, like me, a tarot reader telling you how awesome you are. This has to come from within you. And I really feel like, you know, you've been really tough on yourself as well. That's something that needs to change, like right now. Right now. You have to understand that you have mastered through these difficult experiences. You have mastered your divine feminine and your divine masculine. The Empress, again, is the definition of fertility, of creating things, of making things happen. She doesn't change, or she doesn't chase anything, okay? She knows what she deserves. She has very high self-worth, okay? Empress is literally the Taurus energy that we're picking up over here. Very high self-worth, and she'll sit back and relax and invite worthy people, worthy experiences into her life. The Emperor is interesting because he's the divine masculine and he's a counterpart. So you have both counterparts within you. You have mastered this level, and you're again at a place where you're marching to your own drum. And interestingly, again, because it's masculine usually goes after goals, but see how he's sitting, okay? You're sitting on your throne because you're shining bright. And it is time to accept this energy and to say, like, you know what was. It's in the past. I can't even touch it right now because it already happened. But what I can take with me is the experience, the lessons from it. But the incident or the person or the people themselves are not here right now, right in front of me. So what am I going to do? I'm going to enjoy my peace. I'm going to, really, interesting, I'm making an infinity symbol here. So as within, so without. So you're actually embracing your magician energy. You're ready to create your life how you want it. How you want it, not how others have always like created obstacles in front of you, be it any area of your life, okay? But you're coming into a time of happiness, ultimate satisfaction, a lot of beauty and a lot of abundance in your life, okay? Love and laughter, some of you children as well, okay? There's going to be a lot of love and laughter from here on out in your life because you're unlocking that self-compassion to begin with, self-value, self-worth. Second house is self-worth. That's what Taurus does for us, okay? And yeah, we have the Two of Cups here, right there. Okay, right all along. So it's all about you. So let's see. What's the advice for my beautiful pile 2? Whoops. Oh, we got all these 4 come out, so we're going to take them. Number 1 is 7 of Pentacles. So 7 of Pentacles is an interesting energy to come out in advice because it's like, this is where we contemplate, is it worth it? And this is telling you, you are 100% worth it, okay? So don't hold yourself back on like, oh, it's going to take me, let's say, another 6 months to a year to really get to where I want to be, but that's something I really want to do. Is it worth putting in the effort? 100%. It's worth putting effort into yourself, okay? So don't give up. This is also the energy of don't give up. Then we have the World. Look at that. It's a whole new beginning. It's graduating from one level and starting something new. So there is have that energy of like, yes, I'm ready to leave the past behind and start a completely new journey, a new chapter. We have the 8 of Swords, and then we have the Devil energy. Interesting, because we had the 2 of Cups, and sometimes this message comes forward is the Devil energy is actually the shadow aspect of the Lover's energy. The cards are exactly the same. It's just the energy that is off. So the advice here with the 8 of Swords and the Devil is stop holding yourself back, okay? Your desires are not wrong. Your desire to be independent and take charge of your life and be powerful and be seated on your own throne is not wrong. Don't deny that to yourself, okay? You deserve every bit of it and more. And the 8 of Swords is like, again, your own mental prison. So look at how the strings are kind of parting the cloak. So I feel like, again, the advice is like, just like lift the veil. And most the words are failing me. The biggest thing of all is lift the restrictions off of you with these 2 coming up, okay? So don't put like conditioning on you like, well, because, let's say, for example, because you're a mother, you are expected to do XYZ more and you're not supposed to have time to, for self-care. Or because you're a father or whatever, like fill in the blank, okay, whatever that is. Those are our own mental prisons that we create, and we don't create them on purpose. Nobody does that on purpose, but that's what we see around us, and that's what we grew up in, and that's what we've been, we see in the media or whatever we consume, right? That's called social cultural conditioning. So don't hold yourself back. That's your biggest advice. Get ready, and yes, you're worth it. You're 100% worth it. So go for it. Take more space. Be who you want to be, and don't like hold yourself back, okay? All right, so let's get a few messages from Archangel Oracles from the master deck I have here. Let's get 3 messages, and then we'll close out with something from the Whispering Woods Oracle. So first we have clear your space. The word space keeps coming up. Do you see? because I've been saying take up more space. It's also maybe like make more space. So it says, this is from Archangel Jophiel, get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. So again, it doesn't have to be feng shui, but it's more about this one you can take either way. Physical space, but for me also it's a lot of like mental space that comes up with this, is because we are we have to take out the stresses, because you do have the Eight of Swords here, right? So we have to clear this mental block, this clutter, this cage that we've created for ourselves. So it applies both physically and mentally. Oh wow, look at this next card out. We have gentleness. Archangel Sandalphon saying, be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environment. And we started with the compassion card over here. Let's get one more. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, this one, just like these two wanted to just slide out from beneath. We have, if you believe, and ask for help from others. Okay, so also, as I said, seventh house, because it's so activated for you, that means helpful people will be arriving. Let's put it here so you can see it in your life at this time. Okay, but you have to be willing to, again, there's so many feminine cards. Feminine receives. It's not afraid to receive. Just because you receive doesn't mean you're weak, okay? It's an energetic balance. That's what it is. So ask for help from others. And of course, like, you just got to start by believing in yourself, okay? So let's get you some closing messages from Whispering Woods, my powerful pile 2. Okay, so we got, now I gotta find them. A few flipped over. And looks like they flipped back on. Oh, interesting. That's never happened to me before. Okay, so we have 2 out here, and we'll get 2 more. We have caution, tread softly so as not to disturb the woodland floor. This is again about gentleness, I feel, literally what we've been saying. So don't push yourself too hard, okay? We have the night. Find comfort in the night where the world switches off and the stars burn bright. How beautiful. So this is again more about like compassion, restfulness, mindfulness. Oh, there it is. It did turn over. We have reconnect. Secrets lurk in the captive shadows deep in the woods. So connect with nature. That's coming through. And it's interesting with the leaves taking up space and growing wherever they want. And then we have forbearance. Do not be deterred by the thorn amidst the roses. So that's what it is. Like, look, you're a rose. See how many roses? And funny thing, this deck is called Under the Roses, Lenormand, okay? Rose, 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 and then it's also referring to another rose over here. It's amazing. Like, as I said, you are such an amazing person. You're so beautiful. These are just experiences, the 3 of Swords that we saw in the 5 of Pentacles, that have shaped you who you are. So don't let those experiences define you, but take that, put it into your power, and charge ahead, okay? That's what I have for you, pile 2. If you like the reading, do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It's an energy exchange. I would really appreciate it. Every click helps the channel grow. Comment below if this resonates with you. I love reading everybody's comments and respond to them. It's like a beautiful way of building a community. So with that, wish you much love and light. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Thank you for being here and welcome to your reading. We'll just cleanse the space and get right into it. So today's reading is about where are you unlocking your power, and again, it was all inspired by this deck, which is called The Magic of You, and it just felt very appropriate to do it. So you chose, and this is Magic of You. I know people ask me, I always forget to list them down. That's what this is. And you chose the 3rd card, which is number 6, Epiphany, Reveal Your Gifts. It's interesting how like gold is dripping out from within her body, and there's like a lot of gold leaves. Lot of symbolism over here. So first of all, number 6 numerology is the number of Venus, okay? It's a number of love, value, abundance, valuing yourself, valuing the right relationships, the right people, and inviting in the good things in life, right? And it starts with within. So aligning with unconditional love is also what it is. But it's really talking about a lot of inner gifts. So this pile, you may have interesting spiritual abilities. Like, what does it even mean? So I channel when I say these things. But what's looks like you're on a path to discover, or a path to discovering your spiritual gifts. And this could be a bunch of like clair essences, right? So it could be claircognizant, clairvoyance, clair, what is it? Audience, whatever, clairsentient, things like that. So what it means is like you will start discovering that sometimes you have a pretty strong gut feeling on which way things are going to pan out. And this is something you're going to start noticing, because I feel there's a level of awakening in this group. Epiphany. You're going to hit that point where you'll start connecting the dots and seeing like how often you've known things before you've actually seen any hard data on it or data points on it. So that's what it is. And as you start believing it and noticing it, you naturally start sharing that as well. Okay. And what does sharing mean? You don't have to like start giving people readings or anything like that, but it's like you start embracing that side of you more and more, and just by your energy you bring change into the world. Okay, but there is hidden gold in you. Doesn't matter who or what says whatever about you or how critical you are yourself. You are a gem. You have like a golden heart. Okay, but you're on the path to discovering these gentle things. And what those clairs means are like, sometimes you just know, sometimes you had a nudge, or sometimes you feel like you heard something in a song and then you realize what that actually means. So those are the different senses that we feel. For example, for me, I'm a clairsentient. I can sense things, or I just know, which is claircognizant. I'm not clairvoyant. I don't see things. I don't see images. I don't like hear. I'm not clairaudient. So I know. I just know in my gut of guts, and that's called claircognizant. So you'll figure out what that is for you. And yes, you may start getting interested into tarot, into buying your own tarot, your own oracle cards. You may start getting interested in learning astrology or other divination methods, rune casting, stone casting, tea leaf, coffee leaf readings, anything like that. Okay. The entire esoteric world is calling to you because something is unlocking. You see how like in her arm, it's like a tree, kind of cracks open and the beautiful sap starts coming out. So you're oozing gold, my love. Amazing. So you're unlocking your spiritual power, believe it or not. And once you do that, you'll see how things start lining up in your life. So let's see. We're going to draw oracle cards first. This is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. So pile 3, where are they unlocking their power? Where is their time to shine? Or where's the time to rise? Reveal your gifts. Yeah, that's like an aha moment for you. Okay, pile 3, Spirit, pile 3. Help me tap in further. We got 2 for you. Okay. We'll get one from the Yin Yang Oracle for pile 3. There we go. I think some of you are claircognizant. Or, yeah, you're just gonna know. Or you think of something, or you've been thinking of something, and then you see it out in the 3D, in the real world. That's what's gonna start happening. Okay, from Arcana of or of Astrology. Sorry. Wow, okay, yep. Let's get one more. I feel there's one more in here. Okay, and last but not least, the beautiful Under the Roses Lenormand. Oh, Lenormand, I can never say it. Let's see, for pile 3, Spirit. Where are they unlocking their power? Look at that. I said power and the bear shows up, and you got 2 of this as well. Yes, a lot of cards for this pile. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we have. First off, we have Wow, look at that. Guardian angel, you are not alone. And I see like a lot of, what is it called? Sacred geometry, so symbolisms. You may see like things like feathers, coins, serendipitous things, or things that you associate with spiritual guidance. They'll start showing up in your environment or around you. But of course, like you're really connecting to spirit at this point. Okay, so trust this. It's like a big spiritual awakening that's happening in you. And then we have trader, exchange energy to create abundance, which is like, just subscribe to the channel, please. That'll be the first step you can take in an energy exchange. But this is all about creating a balance of giving and receiving. So just pay attention to where have you been giving too much, and where could you give more. Those type of things are going to start becoming more evident to you. But it's like, again, the more you give, the more you receive. But at the same time, we want to be like thoughtful about how much we're giving, because we don't want to give from empty cups. So it's an interesting balance that you'll create. And that's what you're coming into. That's the power of equal trade or proper energy exchange. And know that you're being really, really divinely guided at this time, okay? I really feel like you're on a new spiritual journey. So we have thoughts isolating, and yes, of course, we can feel quite solo on our spiritual journey, because all of a sudden we have all these thoughts and new philosophies and new questions that arise in our mind that nobody else understands, and that's okay. Know that you are divinely guided. Know that you have a spiritual team around you, like-minded people. Find your spiritual tribe. Does not have to be like around you, can be an online tribe, right? So this can be your tribe, but know that you're not the only one who feels this way when you're going through a spiritual journey. So it is because you're uncovering the gold within, and you have to dig. And that work is done in solitary. Yes, there are tools that you can learn from others, but the work has to be done on your own, right? That's what we all go through. We have, first one out was Vesta for you, and then we have Mars. So this is like, again, a reminder to nurture yourself. Yeah, that came out right. I just said it, that you can't give from an empty cup. That's what Vesta teaches us. Like, you're ready to charge ahead and take action and build your life the way you want it. You want to also like do things a little differently than how you've done before, with Mars being here. Like, you're ready to take action. There's a lot of fire, inner courage and determination within you. But with coming out with Vesta, it's just saying, like, don't burn yourself out. Okay, there is no rush to this process. And this is like filling your own cup, making sure you pay attention, give time to self-care, you take breaks when you need to, you take, slow one week than the other, because on this journey there are days when the energy is really big, and you really are like full of energy, you want to charge ahead. Great, tap into it. But on days where you're feeling depleted, relax, step back a little, take your foot off the pedestal. That's what's coming through over here, okay? Because self-care is very, very important, especially when we're going through this journey and we're learning the equal give and take of energy within ourselves, okay? I can't believe like you have thoughts and epiphany all coming up. Yeah, this is like a very, very interesting time for you. You're leveling up. We have the mice, and then we have the bear. Wow. So this is a very, very strong message here, where you're unlocking your power, especially with thoughts. And again, we're talking about mental energy. Mice represent the little nagging sensations, okay? The little stuff that bothers us in life. And it's not about like, oh, the house is dirty, that's bothering me. No, it's like about undercurrents, sometimes the mistakes of the past and that we keep holding on to, sometimes of what somebody said to us, we keep holding on to it. Those are going to become very small in your thoughts, okay? You're no longer going to spend your energy on the bickering, the knick-knack, the small underlying things that, are just there to cause chaos and hold no value. But at the same time, with the bear here, you're going to stand strong and with, build your own prosperity. The fish, really talks about prosperity, and the bear talks about a solid grounding, solid footing. This is a very big bear standing in a very turbulent river or whatever water body this is. So holding your own. You can hold your own. You can hold on to your own ideas, your thought processes, but at the same time, you're not just like sliding things under the rug. If it's something that bothers you, you're going to deal with it and you're going to move on. You're not going to let it stay in your mind. That's important because you can only carry so much in your mind, right? You have to have a clear, as I said, that's part of self-care. Don't let these things linger because you have the power to cut out the clutter and to cut out, again, mental clutter is what we're talking about here. But at the same time, also, let's squash the little things that don't deserve your energy. Like, don't pay too much attention to things that are not going to matter, you know, in a few years or something like that. But focus your energy on what you want to achieve, but at the same time, making sure there's room for you to really breathe and thrive. And it's not a race, is what I'm hearing for you. Okay. It was like such strong inner power. I think something to do with your career is also changing. If you've been thinking about, this is specific, but especially for those of you who've been thinking about leaving your current job, it's gonna, again, don't quit your job. That's not what I'm saying. Saying that, yes, start valuing yourself, and start like putting feelers out there and you know, learn the tricks of the trade, because the trader in the word trade is showing up over here. See what's out in the market. How do you need to reposition yourself, and how can you reorient your energy around your self-worth, because you deserve more. You're not wrong there. So be very determined about what you want to chase and what you want to invite into your life, but don't run away from problems. Okay, so that's what it's saying over here. That's for a few of you. All right, so, and we have like Gemini energy showing up here as well with the thoughts, because, and feathers are also air. So again, and trade. Yeah, so this is also a time to like brush up your skills. If you're interviewing, it's a very good time. All planets are direct, so this may be a very good time for you to start thinking through it. But don't just run away. And I'm not saying you're running away, but don't just quit on the spot unless you've like dealt with why you want to quit, what do you want in your next endeavor, and then really stand up for that. And that's how you're going to invite it in. And then after you get it, of course, you can say goodbye to the current place. Okay, let's look into tarot. What is this inner gold? What is my pile 3? Look at that. As I said, that career, inner gold, and King of Pentacles comes out. What is pile 3 unlocking? Where are they unlocking their power, their inner power? Where is it their time to rise? Let's get a couple more. This is the Dream Keepers Tarot. Look at that. From the King to the Emperor. One more, Spirit. Just one more. And Spirit gives me 3. If you need it, you need it. All right, I'm going to have to figure out how to place these now. Okay, so we had, I think it started this way. Let's see. So first out, you have the King of Pentacles. Let's see. We have the Strength card. We have Hermit, and I talked about the Strength with the bear as well. Also represents a lot of strength. We have the Hermit, so 2 major arcana. Third major arcana, Emperor. Oh my goodness. We have a 5th major arcana, the Hierophant. This is boss energy right here. You're taking a leadership role, and you're unlocking like your own power here. Really, that theme keeps coming up. Then you have the Ace of Pentacles. There's that new beginning. And then you have Justice. Boom. Let's see. So you can keep seeing all of these. I'm going to make it this way. I don't know. You know what we're talking about. Okay. So where are you unlocking your power? First of all, things are falling into place. And I said, like, you're standing in your power. We have the Emperor, which is the leader card. We have Hierophant, which is a spiritual leader card. So there goes that spiritual inner gold coming up. We have Hermit, again, inner gold, inner power, listening to our intuition. What is our value? What is our value system telling us? What is our inner guidance system telling us? The strength, the power to stand up to obstacles, and also the power to stay true to our path. That's important, and that's where the new avenues start opening up. And you go from the Ace of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles to the Emperor, and there's finally Justice and all is well in the world and it's all beautiful. It sounds like a fairy tale to me, but it's so true. And this is all coming from you because you want justice for yourself. And it starts with like, you may have been through many schools of thought, but you finally learned what means or what is valuable to you and how you want to go after it. Because look, like Mars is Aries energies. We have Aries over here. We also have Taurus energy showing up over here. Very interesting. So there's a lot of earth and fire that's showing up for you. Earth, fire, fire. This is Leo energy. Yeah, very strong Mars energy that's showing up for you. So a lot of strength, a lot of like, almost like, yes, go for it is almost like a confirmation that we're getting over here. So you're sort of like unlocking that inner, I want to say, pool of firepower. I don't know what's a better way of saying it, but you're like ready to squash the chaos, squash the nuances and the annoyances around you, because this is something that has been within you, has been budding and growing for a long time. So it's time to honor it, time to stand up for what you believe and actually build your life. The King of Pentacles, has a plan, goes after the plan, methodically builds their life, but is not in a rush. I think that's a big thing that we have to understand over here. And sometimes, yes, when you're building an empire, you're going to have to make decisions on your own. That's why the isolating part comes up over here. But you are more than capable of that. You have that inner wisdom, okay? But new things are happening. New things are opening up as you're embracing your power. This is amazing. So let's see. What's the advice from Spirit? I would just say, like, listen to your inner guidance. This is so strong over here. It's like, again, cut out people and things that suck up your energy and don't give anything in return, because the traitor is standing there, and interestingly with his heart on his hand, because you're working on your craft with a lot of compassion. Like, you've put your heart and soul into this life and into the people around you, into the projects, into the tasks, into the day-to-day things that you do. You put everything in it. But if that's not appreciated, guess what? You're going to take your trade somewhere else, right? That's what it is. It's all about self-empowerment. So what's the advice from a Pile 3, Spirit? Just now I looked at it, was like 111 on my recording time. Advice is judgment. We have 7 of Wands. You have the Knight of Swords, and let's get one final advice. Wow. Chariot. Wow, and the bottom deck energy, choose yourself. The Lovers card, okay? The Lovers is it's again, so many major arcanas here. Another major arcana. It talks, traditionally, it's about choice. So you have the choice on how you want to do things, which direction you want to go, what you want to do. It is all for you to choose, okay? There is nobody else who's going to choose it for you. So you are empowered to choose how you want to live your life. And you're unlocking that within you, okay? And you're becoming more, I would say, in tune with taking that level of authority on your life, okay? You are taking authority over your life. So in terms of advice, we have a judgment, rise, leave the weeds behind, leave the things that, don't belong and are not leading to your growth, leave them behind and rise to what means true to you. Again, unconditional love for yourself. We have the 7 of Wands. Look at that, rising, and look at that, how this person is risen above and is standing on the couch instead of on the floor, because all these wands are not worthy of you. They're not worthy of your energy. You need to just like rise above the criticism, and sometimes this can also be like self-criticism. Just rise above it. It's not worth your time. And this is similar to like the mice, because mice talks about like just nonsensical issues and people and arguments that come up. They're just not worth your time, or those topics are not worth your time. You need to rise to the occasion. Charge ahead. Knight of Swords. Your thoughts are very clear. But again, I want to say, because it's also the Knight of Swords, he's the fastest moving knight, so it can be a little, what is it called? Not temptation, impulsive. Can be a little impulsive at times. So this is just a little caution card here. Don't be impulsive. Think it through. You have a very powerful cerebral energy right now. So manifest it. on the positive end, like think through things clearly. You know exactly what you don't want and then build your plan around that, but don't rush away from things, okay? This was the pile I talked about, the job application, right? Yeah, similar energy. So don't quit your job, build a plan, what you want to go after, and then go after it. And then you have the Chariot, like just go for it. But this is interesting because, you know, usually in the Chariot card, the horses are angled out, and here the horses are angled in. And the angling really represents our heart and our mind usually are at odds with each other. But with this coming out, it's like saying, no, you know, like, yeah, there's a past, present, future. You know what to do. You'll have to create that proper trade, the proper balance between your heart and mind, and then charge ahead. You will be victorious because the Chariot card does represent victory. Oh my God, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7 major arcanas. This is amazing. So a very powerful energy and a very strong journey. And you will be victorious, but you just gotta like just reel in your fears a little bit and also not get too overconfident. So it's a delicate balance, but you got it. You got it, okay? All right, so let's get you some messages from Archangel Oracles. This is my master deck. I combined 3. I love using this one, so let's get the messages for you. Wow. Oh, we got 3 already. Okay. So look at that. I said wow because I saw this card first. Take back your power. Archangel Raziel saying, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Boom, boom. Second one, all is well. Look at all the abundance here. Archangel Jeremiah saying, everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. I feel like gold, hidden blessings, inner power. This is all just like blossoming for you. And then you have divine order. Archangel Raguel saying, everything is how it needs to be right now. Again, justice card, balance, scales showing up again. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. Wow. So I'm picking up, again, we picked up like earth and fire. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Capricorn, Taurus energy came through. And now we're also getting a lot of Libra energy that's showing up over here. So some of you may have that key placements in your chart. Okay, so with that, let's get you final messages from the Whispering Woods Oracle. Let's get a 3 or 4, a few cards from a beautiful pile 3 spirit. What do they need to hear? What do they need to hear? Maybe one more. Oh, we got 2 because another one flipped over. Let's get that. There we go. Okay, so the first 2 that we got. The night. Find comfort in the night where the world switches off and the stars burn bright. This is also like a little bit to the isolating energy, to the spiritual alignment, to hearing your guides. Usually why we do meditations at nighttime is because there's so less chaos. There's less external stimuli. So also like helps us listen easily. So as I said, some of you are discovering those clairs, so you may be able to tune in more at nighttime. We have origins. Wow, remember your roots. Yeah, there's definitely awakening happening in this pile. For sure, for sure. We have grounded. Keep to your roots and stand taller than the trees. Again, more leaves and trees and nature and roots. Yeah, maybe you're getting messages from like your ancestors or, you know, passed on loved ones. That may be happening. So keep channeling and keep just grounding yourself. Like offer any confusion down to Gaia and say, Gaia, I offer this to you as fertilizer. Gaia will not, you know, happily take it. So just to send all the heavy energies to Gaia. Wow, it's a heavy. We have light. Look to the space between the trees for answers. Oh my gosh, some of you like really need to go out in nature. This is amazing. Nature, nature, nature. Maybe like camp out, again, safely. I'm not a camping person. I have no idea. It just scares me. But looks like, you know, they do those Airbnb, what do they call it? Yurts or like a glamping kind of thing. That may do wonders for you if that's something that calls to you. And then we have renew. Nature continuously renews itself year after year. Oh my gosh. Nature is really calling to you, my loves. Really, really calling to you. And this is interesting because I'm using I was called to use the Whispering Woods. There are like 2 or 3 of these that I have, different themes, but that's what wanted to come out for you today, okay? That's what I have for you, pile 3. And as I looked under the deck, we have adventure, live wild and free, okay? That's what we have for you. That's what you need to hear at this time. You're taking your power over everything in your life. This pile is amazing, okay? Wish you much love and light. Do subscribe to the channel. Remember the trade. Comment below if some of this resonates with you. I love reading people's comments, and then of course like the reading or share with a friend or two. Every click helps the channel grow. I really appreciate it. Much love and light. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.